The headlines tonight: Portillo's teeth removed to boost pound, exploded cardinal preaches sermon from fish tank, and where now for man raised by puffins. Yes. On the day-to-day tonight, woman describes her parents' kidnap hell.
She told me that a very heavy officer sat on her back, others sat on her legs. She was then handcuffed and broad sellotape was taped around her ankles so that she couldn't walk.
And new Welsh minister in incomprehensible energy outburst.
The main benefit of our emotion is because it is competitive. It permits the production of electricity cheaper, competitive, and then enhance the competitiveness of British industry.
Good evening. The junior Minister for Health, Mr. Douglas Wenbys, resigned today following revelations of irregular accounting and racist dances at his home constituency of Tray. Reporting from Westminster, Helwyn Ballard reports.
Mr Wenby's resignation could spell trouble for John Major's government, trouble it could well do without. I'm joined now by our political correspondent, Colin Hay. Colin, a bad day for the government?
What an ageing patient called Mr Major's government needed today was a shot in the arm. What it actually received was a bullet in the throat. I'm joined now by the Tory chairman for resignation issues, Mr Austin Straker. Mr Straker, a bad day for the government?
The media always overblows these things, Colin. Mr Wenby's acted entirely with honour.
Minister, thank you. Elwyn?
Colin, Chris.
Helwyn.
Chris.
Helwyn. Mr Wenby's week of hell ended at 11:30 this morning when his resignation was accepted by the Prime Minister. He then walked out of his office for the last time and left Westminster by car to meet family and constituents at his house in Gloucestershire, where he hopes to spend more time cultivating his hobbies. He is a keen cook and is also fond of collecting stamps. Sylvester Stewart has today's weather.
Starting in the southeast, Devon and Cornwall should have some fairly heavy and prolonged showers, a bit like jagged metal piercing old flesh. Over the Midlands now, it'll be warm at first but turning cocky later, around 12, and there should be some cloud around in the shape of a whore. In Scotland, loud thunderstorms in the evening, but the sun should come through later, so it'll be a bit like being woken up in the night by strange men shining powerful torches in your eyes. In summary then, dispassionate. And that's all the weather.
Alan Partridge is at Marple for today's horse races. I wonder what he's doing at the moment. Alan?
Hi Chris, I'm Alan Partridge. Horses, love them or hate them, from Mr Ed to Silver, that's the Lone Ranger's horse. They're all here mingling with officials. Don't do that, please. It's the 6:30 Queen Henry Stakes, which is generally regarded as the litmus test for Derby form. Jockey folklore says that if you cock up the Queen Henry, you might as well ride the Derby on a cow, which of course be a complete waste of time. Let's have a look at the betting. The going today, of course, Moist to Tricky. The betting, Diabetic Charlie at 3-1 favourite, two-headed Sex Beast at 4-1, and at 20-1, Mrs Boothroyd's Holiday Dancer. All the rest, 50-1 bar. That's all for now. Join us later for the race. Back to you, Chris, in the studio.
Alan, have you got a tip for us?
I did have a tip, but I was going to tip New Year's Lad, but his horse box was hit by a Volvo on the M3. Terrible mess. Apparently he's dead. So, bad luck there. Back to you, Chris. Stop it.
That's an amazing coincidence, Alan, because last week, Collaterally's sisters, you were involved in a car crash in which you were the only survivor. Only because you landed in somebody's stomach.
And it was a rather cowy night for the pound. It stood at 3.79 against the German Bordello. That's up 0.5 against the Portuguese Starling and down 100 against the Bitch. Earlier, there was confusion in the markets when France and Spain swapped their currencies and trading remained succulent for the rest of the day. Thanks, Chris. Here at home, from tomorrow, the new Bank of England £5 note comes into circulation. The notes, which feature the head of Iggy Pop, can only be used once.
Thanks, Collaterally. Coming up, Bosnian old woman, controversy over new police shirts.
It's blatantly too small. I mean, that wouldn't fit my daughter.
And your opinions in Speak Your Brains.
Firing public servants, do you approve?
I agree.
In all circumstances?
Yes, yes.
So once they've made a mistake...
No, give them more than, give them one chance.
And then fire them?
Again, definitely, yeah.
Heavily?
Heavily, yes. Yeah.
And who would you fire them at?
They're governors.
You...
above them.
So they've made a mistake, you line them up, fire them with their governors?
Definitely, yeah.
Hello again. The 6:30 delayed due to a collapsed paddock. They're just sorting that out. Men and women here wandering around like ants on an anthill. Good to see Platitude Queen, a renowned horse, well known for its sense of humour. Look at that wiggle. Marvellous. I don't know what that is. Two to look out for. Number one there, Zainab Adawi's 20 Hotels, and number three, two-headed sex beast. It's great to see the deaf catered for by these real characters in anoraks. Couple of youngsters there fooling around. Let's hope that that tomfoolery doesn't escalate into blind, ugly violence, which, let's face it, none of us want to see. Two fat ladies, 88. Old bingo expression there. Although these ladies, I'm very sure, are not the kind of ladies who you'd find at the bingo hall. They're altogether a better class of fat lady. Look at that lovely girl there, chomping on a sandwich. Oh. I'm sure what that is. Hope it's, hope it's not a dead horse. They're not going to fit it in the back of a Volvo 340. Actually, I hope it isn't a dead horse. Sorry.
The day today. Bagpiping fact into news.
The American actor Marlon Brando has been sold today in an auction at Sotheby's. Brando, who starred in films like Apocalypse Now and Superman, was part of a sale of international works of art which attracted interest from all over the world. He was sold in the large wooden chair he has occupied for the last 3 years to the Vatican at just under the expected price of $2.25 million. It's believed he will be installed in St. Peter's later next month.
Dentists. Time was when dental care was free, but now costs are forcing people with sick mouths onto the streets. Last night I went with a team to there. Soaring costs have forced dentists to use telephone boxes as reception areas and the back streets as their chair. It's daylight here and the streets look quite normal, but when the night draws in like a great dark thing, this whole area becomes the stalking ground for scores of dentists. Up to 150 practitioners can operate under this bridge in any one night. We saw 7 of them, all after one mouth.
Got wisdom in the back.
Right, I'll turn around, just pretend you're yawning, all right? Just open your mouth. Okay. Yeah, right, you need that out. Probably a molar need doing as well.
Hi, do you need any dental work done at all? Any fillings, hygiene, root canals? Yeah, 25 quid. Done.
For the past 3 years, Hamble has worked alone, without equipment or basic surfaces.
I used to do wet polish with my tongue. And I used to blow on their faces to keep them cool, because there was no anaesthetic.
Without anaesthetic, it must have been hard to stop people screaming. How did you do that?
I used to hold their throats with my hand.
Can you show me?
What? On you? And I used to press their windpipe like that.
Nighttime with the police's undercover social unit.
Kid to play with one of these, they get big ideas. They see a swab, they think, oh, that's pretty cool. They want to be Clint Eastwood. Oh, here we go, our old friend Mr. Drill.
Now that doesn't look like a dental drill.
No, it's not. There's 2 drills here. They're both masonry drills.
And can you be sure that that was used for dental treatment?
Yeah, there's traces of enamel here. Oi!
A backstreet dentist and his client. We chased and filmed at the same time. The dentist managed to escape on a nearby yacht, but the dentee was less fortunate.
Look at that.
Can I ask you how you feel?
Oh, slightly disorientated, obviously. OK. What's wrong with the NHS?
I had to wait 3 weeks for an appointment.
He's made a pig's ear of your face, you know that.
You just slit it. I've used an illegal dentist. I don't think it's what's a criminal offence.
Well, it is a criminal offence.
It's not.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh. The next night, our dentist was back at work. Proof, if proof be need be, that it's going to take more than a big syringe to cure Britain's mouth.
The day-to-day, aware that while the world looks round, it is in fact a cube. And from this, we know that fact times importance equals news.
Coming up, controversy over new police shirts.
Yes, obviously we are ready to comply with whatever changes are made if they're for the better, but this clearly is not going to work.
But first, Alan Partridge for the delayed 6:30 at Marple. Alan, either you've just had a fight with a fire engine or it's raining its arse off out there.
Hi, Chris. No racing as of yet. As you can see, 1 or 2 problems with the weather. It's really quite wet here. Really is quite wet. It was horrible. Really awful. Back to you in the studio.
Your complaints.
Hello, peasant.
How'd you do?
Would you care to read out this complaint which you have just written?
I shall indeed.
Grasp the candle.
Sorry?
And bang on.
And bang on. I would like to complain about the entirely slack monitoring of the shape of broadcasters' mouths. As a recruitment officer, I know it is a simple matter when appointing staff to filter out those with unusual or disgusting mouths at the interview stage. Yet our screens are plagued with the likes of Gavin Esler, whose mouth is not only so ill-governed, it looks like it's trying to escape from his face, but is grotesquely lopsided. A balanced view from that? In a chimp's cock. Surely the time has come for the BBC to face up to this demoralising assault and sack anyone whose mouth does not conform to reasonable standard. Perhaps mine. Point at mouth. Regular, neat, and I've had the stretch marks dealt with. Do it or I'll ram you up your own fudge tunnels. Thank you.
You ask anyone in the street what they think of Britain's public buildings, and they'll probably look at you and say, well, they're a lot of old rubbish. That's why the Day-to-Day has commissioned a special fly-on-the-wall documentary series about every single one of them, starting this week with St Lamb's Pool in Acton.
Hi. Can we have 2, please? One adult and a child. How much is that?
85.
85. Thanks. No, it's not for the phones. I mean, it's just for the pool. Just 2 for the pool. Well, I don't think I've got the exact money. I mean, it's only, you know, just keep the change. It doesn't matter.
Keep the change.
Well, I mean, I haven't got the exact money, but you know, I mean, it's only £1.
Well, I can't. I don't have the authority to just like, you know, give you 25 pence. I have
Just
too much
keep
money
it.
at
I'm
all.
not
No,
asking.
I can't give you the change. I'm sorry.
Look, just give me 2 tickets, please.
Well, if you want to keep £1, you know, I'll keep it, but I can't let you in the pool.
Line up along here, please.
No duck, Michael, cut it out, no ducking. Stephanie! Stephanie! Leave her hair alone, I've told... Right, all down this end. All down, right, free swim. Free swim.
One swimming. Swimming.
So I don't know what you want.
Alors, moi je comprends pas là, je parle pas très bien anglais. Swimming, I go la natation.
You go what?
No, not the float, no, they're not for us. Not the float, no. Put them back! Put them all back!
Excuse me, I wonder if you could help me. I've just been for a swim and I just found I've lost my locker key, the ring thing. Have you got a spare I could use?
No, we don't give out spares.
It's 207, is my locker number.
Well, doesn't matter what number it is, you better go and look for it.
I haven't got a master or something.
I can't give you a master key. I can't give you a master key, but it'll be in the bottom of the pool. Go and look for it.
I'm in a bit of a hurry. I've got to get it back to the office, so if you could just give me a master key.
I haven't got the authority to give you a master key because we need a £10 deposit.
Look, I'll give you a £10 deposit. My money is in the locker with my clothes.
Sorry, I can't help you.
Give me a key!
I don't have the authority to give you a
Give
master
me
key.
a key!
You better get off to your office.
The Day Today. Game warden to the event's rhino.
Coming up later will be microtometer candy hell, but first a look at programmes later tonight on BBC Two.
And at 10:10, it's question time, live from Wembley Stadium.
Let's hear from the questioner. So there we go.
That's question time tonight at 10:10 on the panel Virginia Bottomley, Tony Banks, Sir William Rees-Mogg and Nick Kershaw. And then at 11:15, it's the Day Today special. This week, Cam Fam, and it's the whole family of Lincoln who've agreed to have cameras implanted into their faces to give us a unique view of British family life.
Oscar, what is the golden rule? Hello, what is the golden rule? Yes, you do know what the golden rule is. The golden rule is don't touch Daddy's car. Turn it off.
Mum said I could.
What do you mean, Mum said you could? Mum said you could play in the car. Mum wouldn't have told you you could play with the car.
What's going on?
Did you tell him he could touch the car?
No, I didn't. What are you doing in Daddy's
She
car?
didn't, you little liar, you little liar.
Roy, just calm down.
Don't come. I am calm. Don't rock. Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Roy, stop it.
And after that, a day-to-day information special from Connor Hamill.
Hey, you! Look at me. I'm driving my sports car, going at 50, 60, 70. The wind's in my hair, 80. Oh, look, there's a bend. Who cares? 90. Get out of my way, you squares. I'm doing 100, because it's cool. It's cool to drive fast. Of course it's cool. Just one question. Is this cool? 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 Is that cool? All these people, are they cool? Is this cool? This guy. Cool, is he? This guy. Is he cool?
No.
This woman. Is she cool? So what about me? Do I look cool? Well, do I? Do I look cool? Do I really look cool? Do I? Do I? Do I?
Yes or no? Find out tonight on BBC Two. Coming up, 500 more uncles laid off in Derbyshire.
My nieces and nephews just called me into the lounge this morning and said, sorry, but I'm going to have to let you go.
And controversy over new police shirts.
We've been issued with these new shirts, and I and many of my fellow officers feel they're just too small.
A week of foul-tempered debate in Europe ended this afternoon as finance ministers agreed new quota rates for trade with the United States. In Brussels is our economics correspondent, Peter O'Hanrahan. Peter, What is the new rate?
It's 30%, Chris. Agreement was a long time coming, but in the end, the decision was unanimous.
What was the Germans' reaction? Because they've been holding out for 40%, haven't they?
That's right. When I spoke to Finance Minister Reinhardt earlier today, he said he didn't like the deal, but he had to go along with it.
Really? You spoke to him yourself? You managed to pin him down? He's a pretty tricky man, isn't he?
That's right.
Where did you get hold of him?
He was in the hotel.
And you conducted a conversation with him about the quota rates?
That's right. He said he didn't like it, but he had to go along with it.
What language did you conduct this conversation in, Peter?
German.
You spoke to him about the technicalities of the deal in German?
Yes.
So what's the German for 30%?
30%.
30%.
Yes.
And what about that quote you attributed to him? I don't like it, but I'll have to go along with it.
That's what he said.
How did he say it?
I don't like it, but I'll have to go along with it.
In German, how did he say it?
Ich nichten lichten.
Presumably you mean, rufen Sie ein Taxi bitte, sonst verpasse ich meinen Flug.
Yes.
No, you don't, Peter, because that means get me a taxi, I'm late for my plane. Now, I'm going to ask you a question. Did you speak to the German finance minister about the new deal this afternoon?
No.
And what was his reaction?
I don't know.
Peter, thank you.
Environation from me, Rosie May. The vast arm protruding from the South Pole is continuing to grow. All fingers of the hand have now fully emerged, along with sections of the wrist. An international conference will be held in the spring to discuss the arm, now over a mile in height. Another pasta slick has washed up in Devon, threatening seagulls, terns and starfish. These birds were among over 1,000 found drenched in Linguini on a beach near Exmouth today. Several basking sharks are also believed to have become clogged up. I'm Rosie May and I'm sitting on your sphere.
Back to today's races. Alan Partridge is at the...
It's just better let him lie in it. Let him lie in it. I'm Alan Partridge here at Marple with me. Just a quick look at the betting. Onion Terror, 2-1 favourite, 7-4 massive bereavement, and 100-30, trust me, I'm a stomach. All the rest 3-1 bar. The 6:30 has a 50-minute delay due to a fist fight near the paddocks between two officials, one of them now hospitalised. But I'm pleased to say I have with me the winner of the last race. Come here, Mickey Doolan. Hello, how are you?
I'm very well.
Are you now? Now, how do you feel about the race there? You won that race, the last race. How do you feel about that?
Well, very pleased to have won the race. It was a hard race, won it by a nose at the end, you know, so
and your mum and dad must be pleased. Now, what do they think of you doing this? Shouldn't you be at school? Do they not think you're sort of missing out on schoolwork?
Well, I think I'll be a little bit over that now. I'm 33 years of age,
what?
You know. That's right, I'm 33 years
You're
of age.
33?
That's right, yeah.
But I thought you... I mean, you look about 14.
Well, I'll take that as a compliment, you know.
Are you really 33 years old?
43 years of age, that's right.
My God. Well, all the others, are they sort of 30, are they not children?
Well, age varies from about, 18 to 42 or maybe a bit older.
But you're so small.
Well, that's the idea, you know. I mean, if I was any bigger, if it was your size, then I wouldn't have won a race today.
Right, that's why you never see people like Brian Blessed riding horses. No, it makes sense. Right, well, thanks very much for talking to us, Mickey Doolan. Mickey Doolan here at Marple. Ah, raining.
News Felch.
Music news now from satellite channel Rock TV.
Rock TV. Watched the world over by superstars like Elton John, Noel Edmonds and Mick Hucknall.
Hi, I'm Harfin Newport.
Wow, it's Harfin Newport.
And coming up soon is the more, but first, Rock TV News brought to you by Lasterplast, the Faster Plaster.
News.
The work of He's a Singer Bob Dylan is to be reappraised following the discovery of a film which shows several of his songs, including the classic Subterranean Homesick Blues, being sung as long ago as 1947 by the singer-songwriter George Formby.
Oh, look out, kids, you're gonna get hit. Belush's cheaters, 6-time users, hanging around the feeders, billed by the waffles, looking for a new foot. Don't follow leaders, so watch your pocket meters. Hey!
Dylan, who is in hospital after eating a rotten wolf, has so far been unavailable for comment.
Hello, Ian Curtis here. I watch Rock TV every day.
That's the news where it's gone. Time now for Suki Babswent with her special brand of things.
What ho? I'm Suki Babswent.
Uh-oh. Now go wow for the latest sounds from Nirvana. They've been commissioned to do the music behind the new Panty Smile sanitary products campaign. Okay, boys, hit me with those ultra pants.
Once a month, you become a slave to a tidal wave, yeah. But his little clock could mess up your frog, but Panty Smiles are everything. It absorbs everything. You can wear them in the high street, body contours, very discreet, and the comfort you won't believe, 'cause the top sheet is a dry weed, yeah. Panty Smile, Panty Smile, Panty Smile, Panty Smile.
Panty Smile, a comfy pal who says never mind.
Hi, I'm Sinead O'Connor, and I watch Rock TV.
American rapping now, and this American rapper Q is in trouble over his new song, Uzi Lover. During the stage version of the song in the live show, he kills 5 people on the stage during the stage show, live as it's performed.
Cut, bitch, mother. Uzi Lover. She's an Uzi Lover.
I set them on fire with petroleum, and then after about half a minute, put a gun in each one's face and pull a trigger.
The whole controversy is preposterous. His killing is obviously ironic.
Uzi like a metal dick in my head, magazine like a big testicle gland. Bitch wanna try it? I said keep it quiet, shove it up a motherfucker's ass and fry it.
You gotta kill people to have respect for people.
I did the bitchin', and she lay twitching. I know that she's an Uzi lover.
You gotta kill some people anyway. You can't kill everybody, because you wouldn't have anybody left to respect if you did.
He was grateful I shot his people. Motherfucking pig was an Uzi.
When he goes to England later this month, one of the people Q will be doing the killing to is Radio 1 disc jockey Mark Goodyear.
Cop, bitch, bang, hop, mother, bitch, bang, hop, bitch, mother, bitch.
And just time for a quick look at tomorrow's headlines. Arafat ablaze in kerosene oyster hell, that's in the Telegraph. Today, go with Peter Collins is not a man. The Catholic Herald, eating turkey at Christmas is like nailing an egg to the cross, says Bishop. And the New Zealand Prendergast, Russia elects Cobweb. That's it. That's the Day Today. On the day today asks the question, are these the real Birmingham bombers? Good night.